Hey guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at the physical LR Janemba with his EZA. He is of course full level 10 links, Rainbow, fully EZA SA 25. I haven't done the event for his and Gogeta's unique skill orbs yet. That will be the next video that goes up. I wanted to just get these guys awakened and try them out straight away. His build won't change much. He's full dodge and then the rest additional, I think, is the best build for him, as he is of course supposed to be a defensive unit. But when his passive is fully built up, he certainly can hit quite hard as well. So he's got movie bosses and corroded body mind 170 4 key as a leader skill, which is definitely pretty good for a yellow coin LR. And then when it comes to his super attack effects, his 12 key raise attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage and greatly lowers defense. His 18 key is greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal and massively lowers defense. And then for his passive, he gets 6 key and attack and defense 166. His biggest issue pre-EZA was definitely key, so just getting 6 extra key for free is really good. He guards all attacks and has 22% damage reduction at all times, which is really good. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super for 1 turn from the entry turn, so it's only on the first turn. So I really feel like this could have been a guaranteed additional, but it's essentially just there to help you like fill out his passive, right? Because if you can get 3 attacks in 1 turn, you can fully build up his passive. As we see here, he gets an additional 2 key up to 6, 66% attack and defense up to 166, and chance to crit 22% up to 66 with each attack performed. So if he performs 3 attacks in his first turn, he's then fully built up. And as we can see here, he gets an additional 66% attack when key is 22 or more. He gets additional damage reduction of 22% when he's in slot 1 or 2, but then he also launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super when he's in slot 2 or 3. So because that one for his first turn appearance is always going to be an attack that could be a super, and then in slot 2 or 3 he gets an additional attack that could be a super, if you put him in slot 2 or 3, he will always attack 3 times on the first turn, and so then be fully built up. So that is really good. And then of course he has a great chance to nullify Ki Blast super attacks. Otherwise he has a high chance of dodging super attacks just in general. And then he has a rage mode. His rage mode can be activated when HP is 66% or more starting from the 6th turn. So he was on turn 2 here. Which is fine, because obviously that means he'll be on turn 6 when that turn rolls around and we can get his rage mode straight away. So I'm not going to put him in slot 1 here. I want to see how he starts off. This rotation, I'd have to put Tech Broly in slot 1, because I don't really want to put Bio Broly there. And I want Tech Broly to be on the other rotation, right? Because he's going to be the other slot 1, like, wall character. So 12 million as the initial super. Now bear in mind, Int Broly's domain is up as well from the first turn, and Janemba is on uncontrollable power, so he does get the extra buff. That first turn only bonus attack unfortunately was only a normal. I do think that is a shame, like him having that RNG ability. Like, again, I don't feel like it would make him super busted if that was a guaranteed super. If it's only for 1 turn, I think that is a little bit unfortunate, because then we didn't get the hidden potential, so that means he only attacked once in the first turn. So now if we want to make sure that his passive is fully built up, we need to put him in slot 2 on the next turn. So I think on the next turn though, we floated off from the previous rotation. I think he was on turn 1. I floated off Cell Max, so we should be able to use him in slot 1 and just be fine anyway. So we'll go ahead and do this. I want to make sure we can get the... It's going to go for those, isn't it, because of the red? Yeah, we're going to get 2 rainbow orbs. Obviously, STR Super EZA Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is also a support unit, depending on the amount of rainbow orbs that he picks up. So we're going to float him off. We can get a rotation of Cell Max in slot 1, Janemba in slot 2, and then Super EZA Broly in slot 3. Well, he doesn't get any extra links from Broly, so it doesn't really matter which way round Harudegan and Janemba are. But when we get them together, Janemba will get the support from Broly, depending on how many rainbow orbs he picks up. Because remember, Super EZA Broly gives 20% to an extreme class attack and defense per rainbow orb obtained, which is really good. So the domain has worn off. I think we'll be fine like this. So let's go for these for you. Then we'll grab all of these for you, so you can get the full 24 key here for Janemba. Start of turn 2, 678k defense with all these links active. Bear in mind he only attacked once, So he's going to get an extra 32% defense after he's done the 2 attacks from this turn. So that's really good. And then Bio Broly obviously has a little bit of extra damage reduction, so he should be okay in slot 3 here. Even if he gets super attacked, I think he should at least survive, especially because we are going to attack lower. Buhan here a little bit with Cell Max. But yeah, interesting to see what Janemba will do. Of course, he might only get an additional normal from the passive from being in slot 2, but that will be the 3rd attack, so his passive will be fully maxed out. So yeah, let's see what he does. So 18.7 million. I mean, considering how strong he is defensively, I would say that that is very, very good, right? And then can we get the additional as a super? We do. So 12.7 for just the additional 12 key. And then, of course, he could get the hidden potential one now as well, which he doesn't, sadly. So tanks everything for double-digit damage. That's what we would expect, right, after those supers. I mean, with the extra 130-odd% and, of course, the raises he gets from the super attack effect itself, he should be over 1 million defense in that spot, like on that turn. With the fact that because he was in slot 2, he has 44% damage reduction and he has guard. So, yeah, definitely very solid. Strong defensive character. Of course, Bio Broly gets supered, but it takes double-digit damage because he is a GOAT. Unbelievable that we live in a world that we have an LR Bio Broly and he is incredibly good. But hey, it is what it is. So we got the revival up now. I mean, I could just get the revive, right? Just do this and then float off this guy, because then he gives 80% support after reviving, doesn't he? Is it after? It's after. I haven't. Can't even remember the last time I actually got in Broly to revive. Yeah, it's 60% at the start of the attacking turn in which the character's revival skill is activated. So yeah, if we do this, because Tech Broly, as good as he is, isn't going to tank in slot 1. So let's do this. Let Broly get killed so we can get the revival. Oh, well, never mind. I guess Buhan's just not really... Buhan not up to the task here, only doing 25k. If this was an event with any remote level of difficulty, that would take... he would be taking like well over 100k from normals. Unfortunately, as we've talked about with the Broly team and showcasing characters on the Broly team, a lot of the newer events are quite short, and so the Broly team puts out such an insane level of power that you end up killing the boss before you get to see like multiple turns of the unit that you want to showcase. Which, you know, when you come to, if you're just a player playing the event to win, that's fine that you can win in like 5 turns. But for like a showcase scenario, you don't get a lot of opportunity to see what the character can do. Which is why this stage is still relatively good, because the first couple of phases have a lot of HP. But obviously the flip side for that is that it's a bit of an older event now. You know, the Boo Saga Red Zone came out for Golden Week this year, so that was what, around like April, May time. So a few months old, bit outdated against these newer units, I guess, but it is what it is. We're still going to be above the HP threshold, so we can get the rage mode. That would have been the most annoying thing, is if we'd taken a load of damage but not died, because then we wouldn't be able to get the rage mode. But the rage mode for Janemba is going to be very interesting, because he is going to get a full field orb change, which is very interesting. And then, of course, on this setup as well, like, we have Cell Max's active skill that we're going to be able to use afterwards. But before we do anything, let's go ahead and pop this active skill, put the animations on here, get Janemba to transform, and go into the rage mode here, creating the sword. Alright, so changes all the orbs once only, and this is what makes this very interesting. So his attacks greatly raise attack temporarily, destructive damage, all attacks become crits temporarily, and then yeah, massively raise attack temporarily, destructive damage, all attacks become crits. So guaranteed crit while he's in rage mode. Changes all spheres to physical, additional 2 ki per key sphere obtained, attacks 16% per key sphere obtained. So he's a nuking style unit. So you can see here 325,000 attack, but then we're going to grab all of the orbs, 23, So now he's showing it being at like 3 million. So let's see. I wonder what. And then, of course, as I said, the problem is after you get the orb change, then you're just at the mercy of whatever orbs are left. So we can get 4, which isn't a crazy amount. Yeah, we can only get 4 twice. Okay. Well, let's see how we get on with these then. So obviously he doesn't take any damage because it's the rage mode, which you'll notice from his passive of his rage mode that he has no defense. So 19.6 million. Okay, so it's not like an insane nuke. Like he's hitting around that hard with his 18 key super when his passive is fully built up in the non-rage mode. But of course, the huge advantage is you're invincible in this turn, right? And because he's supered, rage modes should still work like the giant form thing, where because he supered Janemba here while we're in the rage mode, he now can't super like on the next turn after we come out of the rage mode. So obviously this is where additional comes in handy for Janemba as well, because all these attacks are guaranteed crits. But yeah, not bad. Decent little bit of damage, nothing insane, but again, he is a defensive based unit, and like what better defensive ability than you just take 0 damage for 1 turn, right? So we don't even really need to use the target skill, do we? So we can do this. We're getting the 22 key at least, so we are getting the buff. And then unfortunately there's not a lot of rainbow orbs though, so only 1 rainbow orb for a bit of support from the STR legendary Super Saiyan Broly. But yeah, Janemba, obviously he's just going to tank all these normals for double digits or dodge them with the full dodge build. 21 million. So I mean, he's hitting harder than he did with that initial attack from the rage mode. But obviously the difference is, you know, whilst he is pretty much invincible, and I guess Cellmax kind of is on this turn as well, the beauty of the rage mode is you are completely invincible. You can cancel out an incoming like super attack or things like AoEs and stuff like that as well. So yeah, the rage mode definitely still a very, very useful mechanic. Even if you don't end up chipping away like that much HP from the boss, it's still a very useful and very powerful ability. So we do love to see that. So let's go for, so we need you in slot 1. Do this. Oh yeah, of course I put the animations on, didn't I? Well, get to see Paragus get crushed here. But yeah, Janemba will be really good on like the double Int Broly team as well. Very disappointed that I didn't pull Int Broly, but he'll be really good on his team as well, because obviously the wait, let's do might as well do, well, let's see the animation for Bio Broly, why not? Because of course you can use one of the Broly's active skills and get the domain on turn 1, and then when it wears off after 3 turns you can use the other one. And of course Int Broly, when the domain is up, is really strong defensively as well. So you could put him in slot 1 on turn 1 and have Janemba in slot 2, so you can get that little bit of build up. But yeah, I use the target ability here for Bio Broly because Boo Piccolo does like to super attack in slot 1 and can stun. And obviously in terms of damage output, we would rather have Tech LR Broly be able to attack than Bio Broly. So be interesting to see if we can get Janemba, in fact, on the next turn. We'll put Janemba in slot 1, see if we can get the counter, but then he's just going to be dead. So, and then I think the next boss, the buff Boo, doesn't have a Ki Blast super, so we might not kill him. Oh, he's just going to survive. Okay. And then yeah, Bio Broly is stunned, so he doesn't get to attack. So yeah, hopefully we can see the super here from Boo Piccolo again in slot 1. We've got the revive up, so we're not in any risk of dying here anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Do that. And then just grab those for you. So yeah. Super. Here we go. The light grenade. Oh, nullified. That's such a great animation. It's just like, yep, we take 0 damage. We don't get stunned. And then we clap back with a 20 million attack stat, which obviously this Boo Piccolo's nearly dead. So that'll finish him off. Shame though, of course, like he has a 66% chance to crit with his passive fully built up, and we did not get a crit, so a little bit awkward. But now we just have the full on Broly domination turn. So just do this, do this. And yeah, I don't think we're getting another turn with Janemba here somehow, boys. I won't do the Dokkan mode like nodes because then we'll do even more damage. But I think it's not looking good for Buff Boo, especially with Tech LR Broly and then getting the support from the STR Broly. Oh yeah, no, he's getting cooked just by this guy. Yeah, the final phase is one of those weird events where it's like weaker at the end. Although Buff Boo can hit relatively hard with his super, but yeah, he doesn't have a lot of HP. So Tech Broly with the support, he's got to be rocking at least 40 odd million here, right? This is without the active skill as well. Yeah, 43 million. So that's the thing, Janemba can be on the team to just be that defensive wall, but still does relatively good attacks. And then you have units like Tech Broly, EZA drop in 43, and if that was the active skill turn, we're talking like 60, 70 odd mil. So there you go. Janemba seems very, very good. We'll try him out on some other teams and against some other bosses, but do let me know what you guys think of physical LR Janemba and his EZA down below in the comment section. I do think he is a very, very good, very strong unit. Going to be very good on a couple of different versions of these teams and some other teams as well, which, as I say, we will mess around with him, do some other videos, do some other runs, but let me know your thoughts on Janemba down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.